Well, Inktober is in full swing. If you're following me over on Instagram, you know that I have been trying to keep up with the 31-day challenge this year, and it has been so much fun so far. One of the recent official prompts, was the word ash, and my wife had the great idea of incorporating an ash tree into the drawing, which I did. And as I thought about it some more, I thought about an invasive species of insect that we have here in North America called the emerald ash borer. And a few years back, they were taking out ash trees left and right. It was a real problem. And one of the few things that helped stem the tide were woodpeckers. Woodpeckers started preying on those ash borers, and they took out a huge chunk of the population of those little bugs. Which was great. And so what I wanted to do was kind of merge these ideas together. I'm drawing a Microraptor feasting on some ash borer bugs the way that the woodpeckers did. And taking that inspiration a little bit further, I brought the color scheme of a woodpecker into the Microraptor's plumage here, which I know it's not entirely scientifically accurate. We know that the Microraptor was almost entirely black. But I did lean into the black coloration quite a bit on this piece, threw in a little bit of red too. I'm starting out with a pencil sketch like I almost always do. It just gives me a little bit more confidence when it comes to inking. And we'll get to the inking in just a moment here. And we have a bit of a course correction happening here. I decided that with the body language of the Microraptor, I wanted to change the position of the tail, bring it down instead of arcing upward like it was. This suggests a bit more action, like the animal has just landed here on the tree. The tail is kind of curling underneath. The bottom portion of the tail is going to be silhouetted out in the shadow side of the tree. Now we're going to have another course correction coming up here in a minute. Okay, so usually when I try drawing a small animal, I suggest the smallness of it by increasing the size of the eye. It works in both directions. If you're drawing a big animal, you want to keep the eye kind of small. You know, think of the way that a whale's eye kind of gets lost in that massive animal. But in this case, he's starting to look a little over-caffeinated here, a little too intense, and I will fix that as we go along. Now, another thing worth mentioning at this point is the great thing about using alcohol-based markers is how well they blend, but I'm actually trying not to do too much blending with this one because I'm using the brush tip in the direction that I want the feathers to go. And I don't want to overblend them because I don't want to lose that suggestion of those shapes. And so you can see them in there. Without drawing every individual feather, I can suggest their presence by using the marker in that way. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions about what you would like to see next week, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, share with a friend, and thanks again.